Is our blind bidding system the reason why housing prices have gotten out of control? Would you prefer an open auction system to buy and sell real estate? Today I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of both systems. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. It really depends on your situation and current market conditions. I'm Stephen Ho, a realtor in Mississauga since 2010, and if you're enjoying this content, give this video a like, subscribe, and then tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Canada currently has a blind bidding offer system. Only the seller can see what the offers are, the price, the conditions, closing dates. In a multiple offer situation, buyers don't know what the other offers look like. So many people are feeling like this system is the reason why housing prices have gotten out of control. The rules of the game are changing. The Ontario government is giving sellers the choice of how they want that game to be played when they sell their home. Whether they were to have an open auction system or the traditional closed offer system, aka blind bidding. The pressure behind all of this was on the notion that the blind bidding system is the reason why housing prices have gone up so much. If you've been following us on this channel for a while, we've been discussing why the prices have gone up so much. Canada is experiencing historical immigration levels for the last few years, and they are projecting to bring in more people. That is causing the real demand. The supply issue is there is a low rate of building right now, and the supply and demand is really what's causing the prices to grow. There are other factors at play, and if you want daily real estate updates, follow us on Instagram at Mr_Sauga. There are other countries that have this open auction system for sellers. Countries like the UK, Australia, and New Zealand. Now, I'm a real estate nerd, and I was visiting Australia to visit a friend in 2013, and she happened to be house hunting, and obviously I wanted to go. There were a few things that blew my mind. I went to a couple of auctions live. The agents were all set up, they were hyping up the house, they were explaining the rules of the game, and then they started the auction. Have a look.
Proud vendors, a warm welcome is extended to each and every one of you to today's auction. It's interesting to note, I read through yesterday's Age, and Beyonce's on the front page of the Age. She's making Brunswick sexy. She's making Brunswick groovy, she's making Brunswick hip. Nick West has been working for that at 20 years and not had the same effect, but it really is interesting to note that Brunswick certainly has got a step in its... Glad I came up with it. 888, 888. Anything you like from here. 888. 888. One man's luck is another's misfortune. 888. Make it 90. Just a 2. Just a 2. Indicate that way, not reverse, I won't be offended. 2. 89. 1. 89. 90, sir. Yeah. Good. 95. Right. Like that. 895. You use it. 895 is the bid. 895. Man. Like to buy it. Happy to help. 895 I have. 895 we sell. Hey, you're finished, sold and done. 900,000. Good. $120,000 are you all finished, all sold and done. You're positive. Yes. It would so suit you, this house, wouldn't it? It's just sort of perfect. Made for you. 920 I've got and I sell. Any thoughts? No? No. Just checking. At $920,000 for the first time, second time, third, and final call. You done? Thank you. We sell, selling, no late bids, selling, sold. Congratulations, sir.
The biggest thing I noticed was there were 10 families huddled around the house, around the street, and buyers were bidding without any representation. They would just be bidding on their own. There was no buyer agent to help protect their interest. There was no advice or anything like that. Buyers were bidding on behalf of their own family. Questions started jumping out at me. How are buyers protected? Do they get home inspection? Do they have financing conditions? How do they know they'll be approved for financing at the winning bid bid? How do they know what price to bid and when they should stop? Do they know what closing date they want? How did they figure all that out? Do closing dates matter to either party? Does the size of the deposit matter? But hey, it's not the size that matters. It's how big is your bid? How it works is that the highest bidder actually gets to go into the house and negotiate with the sellers to figure out all those details. But this feels like the negotiating power goes back to the buyer, and there's more incentive for the seller to cooperate with the buyer to get the sale completed. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think the good thing about an open auction is that it gives closure to buyers so they know how much they win or lost by. Whether you win or lose, you can probably sleep better at night. Buyers can also know exactly how much they need to bid in order to win. If you've ever been to an auction for a hot item, how many last second bids were there? All the bidding strategies, and ultimately when the emotions kick in and when the competitive juices get flowing, how likely are people to overspend? Which usually leaves the buyers with the deepest pockets slugging it out until the end. Now this is kind of similar to blind bidding. Usually there's top 2 or 3 offers or buyers that are competing, going toe to toe until the last man standing. But in a blind bidding system, you're kind of at the mercy of the listing agent. If the listing agent gives you another chance, you can improve. Now typically these rules keep changing because there's no set way to do it. I can't count the number of times that buyer agents are begging me to give them another chance to improve their offer, even though we've given everyone the same chance to improve, same opportunity, and they still came up short. Do we give them another chance? Sometimes the listing agent just picks the best offer. They don't give a second chance to anybody. The good part about the blind bidding system is that there can be conditions in the offer. You can put the closing date that you want. There are other ways to compete in a multiple offer situation aside from just the price. You can have a deposit check on hand, and there are other strategies where you can have an edge and win. We've had plenty of buyers win their multiple offers and we weren't the highest priced offer. Now, all of this assumes that there is competition for this property, that there's more than one buyer for this property. If there's only one buyer, obviously they negotiate directly with the seller, kind of like the good old days, or kind of like the current market that we're in right now. The bottom line is both systems work. The question is about transparency and protection. In an open auction system, there's more transparency, but to me, it feels like there's less protection for buyer and seller. In a blind bidding system, there's definitely less transparency, but there's more protection for buyer and seller. Either way, the market will pay what it will pay based on supply and demand. Will either system help bring market values down? No. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, it's more important now than ever for you to hire the right agent to help you win in any situation. Or auctioneer? In what situation do you think is better to have a blind bidding system? Or what situation would be better for an open auction? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you have any questions about your real estate position or your real estate goals, book a free call in the Calendly link below at a time that works best for you. Be sure to check out our other videos, and we'll see you next week.